On today's show, we're going to be talking about Missile Command, Bubsy, you can never pronounce that right, Roller Coaster Tycoon 3, new Atari watches, Millie and Molly, Arcade 1-Up and Atari yet again, and Nightmare for the Atari 2600, and Retro Rewind, all coming up, right now. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Dadisajoke Retro Rockin' Gamer, episode 74 of the Weekend Reports. And let's get all started. First off, coffee. Everybody, cheers. Okay, before I start into the news, I just want to mention one pretty funny thing. In recent days, my son has gotten really jealous of me with making videos for Atari and retro gaming and what have you. He's totally got into recording himself playing games back here. So it seems like every other day now he goes, "Dad, can I borrow your phone so I can record a video?" I'm like, "Yeah, go ahead, knock yourself out." And he's really, really enjoying it. And thanks everybody for responding to his video. I got more video that I have to edit now for him, but that's a different story. Anyways, I really appreciate everybody liking it and stuff like that. And he's gotten a really kick out of it, and he's really enjoying it. So that's it. Anyway, okay, on to the news. Missile Command. Let's see here. Yeah, Missile Command Delta. This game actually looks very, very interesting to me. It's kind of a mystery game. I don't know. It's different. It's very different, and I like the creepiness of the whole thing. I like how this whole thing is. I don't know. It seems really cool and really interesting, and I like that it's a nice twist on the original Missile Command game. I'm really hoping this is a good game. It feels like it's like a good game, so who knows? We'll see what happens. And somebody and one of the things I saw on Twitter, somebody said it's the it's the boldest retro. It's the boldest retro reimaging yet. So that's really interesting. I think that's pretty cool to see what's going on there. Like I'm I'm really excited for it. Also, for you Bubsy fans, and I know there's a lot of you out there. Key art is being made by Atari, and they're going to be selling that very soon. Now, what could this mean? Are we looking at a new Bubsy game? Maybe. For all you big fans out there, should be excited about that. For me personally, never played it, never heard of the guy before. I mean, I have heard of him, but you know what I mean. I'm not really too excited about it, but there are fans out there that are, so that's something possibly that we can look forward to. Atari has released some new watches that are sort of fitness watches, but also have games on them, like Asteroids, Pong, Missile Command, and I think there's one more game that I can't remember, which totally harkens back to the day of the 80s where every digital watch manufacturer was making a game on your watch. Not only did you have the calculator watches, right? You had game ones, and I remember playing them when I was a kid. Some kid would have one. It's like, let me try. There'd be Pac-Man or Missile Command. No, not Missile Command. Space Invaders, or some sort of offshoot of those games. And they were really cool. I mean, they were fantastic back then. I mean, how cool is it to have sort of like an arcade game on your watch? mind-blowing back then. So that's really cool. And they look fantastic. I mean, I was thinking about getting one, but at the same time, it's like I need a little bit more from a fitness watch, so I'll stick to what I have right now. Yeah, just counting steps is not enough. So anyway, but that's cool. I mean, it is beyond cool. Millie and Molly was a C64 game that's been ported to the Atari 7800. Interesting. So, any of you Millie and Molly fans out there, that's something to definitely look forward to. And I'm really glad to see a lot more games coming out for the Atari 7800. Like I said the last episode, the 7800 is so untapped, it's not even funny. It's something that needs to be exploited, worked on, just totally go nuts with it and get some really cool games out there, because the original 7800 games were good, but I know there's a lot more space for it to be better. Plain and simple. So let's get to the Arcade 1-Up. It looks like the reason why Atari is suing them is that Arcade 1-Up is not paying their bills to Atari. That's really interesting. From all the machines that they're selling, but who knows? Maybe they're not selling as much as I'm assuming or whatever. But it's interesting to see that they're not paying their royalties for using Atari and what have you. And they're not paying their bills for that? Are they doing this with other companies? For instance, they have a whole bunch of machines from different companies out there. Are they paying them too? Like, what's going on? Something wishy-washy is happening there. And there was a discussion about, with this happening, will Atari buy out Arcade 1-Up? That would be interesting. I don't know if it'd be good for Atari. Maybe it would, maybe not. But because it's not entirely like the Arcade 1-Up stuff is not entirely Atari focused. So there's other, systems on there. So that will be interesting to see how that evolves. Also, there's a brand new game for the Atari VCS, which is an Atari 2600 game called Nightmare. I will be doing a review for it very shortly. I was kind of under the weather the last few days. Feeling a lot better now. So I'm going to get my butt into gear and get that going. So that is pretty much everything for the... Oh, I totally forgot. Roller Coaster Tycoon 3. Launch trailer for the PS5 and the Xbox are available. So if you are a Roller Coaster Tycoon fan, I used to be. I played the original one on PC, and I love the little people in the amusement park walking around, and they come off, the roller coaster. Some of them are puking. It's fun. So I'm glad that Atari is getting Roller Coaster Tycoon out there again. I mean, out of the Tycoon games, that's one of the best ones out there, and it's just such a great little game. Millie and Molly, Bubsy, Roller Coaster Tycoon, the watches. I think we pretty much got everything covered. So there is a lot of stuff going on with Atari. I'd like to see a lot more Atari VCS stuff, but Little Birdie has been telling me that there's a lot more stuff coming out, so that's exciting, and that'll be cool to find out. Also, there's one of our friends, was it Digital Ninja? Oh God, I forget. I'm such a dummy. Anyway, the gentleman who made BPM Boy, and he put out another demo of this sci-fi game. He's got a few games coming out, so hopefully shortly we'll see them, because honestly, his games are really, really well done, and I'm looking forward to them. So I'm looking to see if some of his new games that he's been working on will come out very shortly. I mean, it's been a while since he put out a game, so I'm looking forward to seeing those things. I love his work. Digital Ninja, I think. Anyway, okay, folks, that's it for the news, and now it's time for that special time, Retro Rewind. Hey everyone, this is Retro Rewind, where Dadisajoke goes back in time and talks about all the really good field times during the early retro, well, I don't know, gaming back then, but retro gaming now. And sort of, I just like to talk about this stuff, and hopefully you have the same type of experience. What did I want to do? Oh, here we go. Okay. There was one fall day back at home, and my parents decided to. I think my dad was going on business to New York City, and both my parents are going, and I guess they had, my dad had meetings, and they had plans to hang out there for the night. I think it was during the week sometime. I think they were gone for a few days, but anyway, point is, I'm there. Before they left, I go, please, can you guys buy me the game Pitfall for Atari? Please, I really want it. And at that time, all the Pitfall commercials were on TV. Every magazine that you bought that had talked about like computers back, 8-bit computers back in the day, or the Atari, or arcade games or whatever. Pitfall was all over the place. And we didn't have social media back then, so you couldn't see what people were buying, or it was just all word of mouth, just total word of mouth. So you'd hear people at school talking about it and what have you. So begging them to do it. Now here's the problem: my dad is cheap. Okay, I could say that because he doesn't watch this video. He was cheap. He spent all the money on himself. Well, no, not really. He wasn't that big of an asshole, but whenever I wanted anything, bottom of the list. Bottom of the list. So anyways, I did my begging as best as I could. Got yelled at for begging. But anyway, a couple of days go by, and my parents come back. And I wasn't expecting anything at that time, to be quite honest with you. And lo and behold, what they hand me is a brand new sealed box copy of Pitfall, and I totally went nuts. It was just amazing. It's just one of those things where it's like, you get the thing, it's like, oh, the godlight comes down, and you're like, oh my God. Cracked it open, threw it into the Atari, and just started playing, and fell in love with the game. I mean, I don't know what everybody's stories were like back then, but I mean, that was just a memory that really sticks out, right? It's just amazing how that happened, and I'm very grateful for them for picking it up for me, and it was just amazing. Just loved it. And back then, you kind of had to read the manual, so it's like, open the box nicely, so you don't crease it or destroy it, pull out the manual, start flipping through the manual, going and looking at the little pictures of the game and going, wow, this is amazing. Wow, this is so cool. And then finally plugging it in and playing. So I thought that was very cool. Then also, speaking about Pitfall, I guess a year or two later, probably less than a year, I'm at my favorite arcade hanging out, and there was a friend of mine from school who was there, and I think they just brought in the Nintendo Punch-Out game. If you guys remember the original cabinet for it that had that big uppercut button on it that you smashed. If you remember, you remember, and it was very cool. Anyway, started talking to my friend, and he mentioned, oh, I have Pitfall 2. I almost shit myself when he said that. And back then, I was kind of a shy kid, and I never really liked bugging people and stuff like that. I guess because of my parents. Anyway, so I said, well, do you mind if I borrow it? He goes, yeah, sure. I'll bring it for you at school on Monday. I'm like, And that again blew my mind. So he dropped it off to me, took it home. I had it for about a week, and just absolutely went nuts with it. Inviting friends over. Oh, you got to check out this game. This is awesome. It's got music. It's got all kinds of cool stuff. So that was just fantastic. I kind of regret giving back the game to him. Well, I'm not that kind of a prick, but I kind of regret giving back the game to him because it was so fantastic. Anyway, I ended up getting the game years and years later, which is in my collection right now, and I think Pitfall and Pitfall 2 have been the defining games for the Atari system, in my opinion. If you're gonna sort of look and focus on a series of games that are related, for the lack of a better word, Pitfall and Pitfall 2 were just left field. Nothing else out there. And that's what I loved about Activision. Atari did make their own sort of games that they designed on their own, but there was a lot of arcade ports, which is great, but it also was nice to see something original. And Activision did that, right? Activision totally did that. They actually took inspiration from arcade games, but made their own games out of it. And Pitfall was just David Crane, dude, unbelievable. What you've done is you've made not only video game history, but you've actually nailed. What more can I say? I mean, there's nothing more I can say about the guy. He's just fantastic game, just fantastic. Both games were fantastic. Okay, guys, that's it. I don't have any more. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for everything. Remember to like and comment and blah blah blah, all that other shit. But you don't have to comment. I didn't ask any questions today. But anyway, thanks for stopping by. I appreciate all the support everybody's out there giving me, and I'll see you again next week, and with more upcoming playing games videos of my son and myself. Anyways, take care, everybody, and we'll see you next time. Bye now.